It's Monday, February 1st, which means last night was the 2021 Royal Rumble. Did it deliver? Who won the men's? Who won the women's? Who were the champs? Who were the surprises? Find out right now on this Minimalistic review. First match of the night happened on the pre-show for the Women's Tag Team Championships between the champions, Asuka and Charlotte Flair, versus the challengers, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, in which the challengers upset the champions to be the new Tag Team Women's Champions. The in-the-ring action was very good. The only problem was the overbooked finish, which saw 3 different distractions from Ric Flair and Lacey Evans to try to get on Charlotte's bad side, in which eventually Ric Flair slipped Lacey Evans some brass knucks. She socked Charlotte while she was performing the figure 8, knocked her out, which allowed Nia Jax to hit the leg drop to get the 1-2-3. Asuka was just a prop in this story, as she's been in most stories since she's been the WWE Raw Women's Champion. Now that she's not attached to the tag titles, hopefully she can move on to a proper program. The main show started with the WWE Championship match with the challenger, Goldberg, taking on the champion, Drew McIntyre, in which Drew McIntyre won to retain his WWE Championship. Thank God. The match went as followed. Headbutt, spear, spear on the outside, Claymore, spear, spear, jackhammer, Claymore, Drew McIntyre pins for the win. Short, sweet, to the point, just like it should have been. Next, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match between the champion Sasha Banks and the challenger Carmella, in which Sasha Banks retained with the bank statement. This match was, of course, very good. Carmella continues to be very good when she gets in the ring. Of course, Sasha Banks is the boss. I prefer their match at TLC a little bit better, but this was fine. Probably could have been on a SmackDown show, though. Kofi Kingston returned backstage to hang out with his buddies and do the kind of Street Profits spot where they kind of run down what's going on. But the best part about this is they highlighted their gear, which had a tribute to the late, great Brody Lee on it. Bad Bunny then performed Booker T, with the actual Booker T standing there looking very pissed off the entire time until he hit his catchphrase, "Can you dig it, sucker?" I must say, I did dig it. And then we had the first of the 2 Royal Rumbles, this one being the Women's Royal Rumble, and god dang it, it was pretty damn good. Bayley drew number 1, so she enters the ring first, and the very first surprise of the night was Naomi, who came in at number 2. It was great to see Naomi back. She looks awesome. Looks like $1 million. Number 3 was my pick, Bianca, who had a crazy little rotating cartwheel spot with Naomi to show off both their athleticism. Billie Kay came in at number 4 to add a little comic relief. She immediately joined the commentary table. At number 5 was Shotzi Blackheart, in which Billie Kay went to approach her to try to give her one of her headshots, and Billie Kay shot the tank at her. Shayna Baszler came down at number 6, in which Billie Kay also tried to get her on her team by giving her a headshot, in which Baszler punched the headshot and Billie Kay sold for it. God, she's awesome. Toni Storm comes down at number 7 and completely ignores Billie Kay. Finally, Jillian Hall at number 8 joins forces with Billie Kay and becomes Jillian Billie for a short reign that lasts about 10 minutes, but it was pretty freaking awesome. We saw Ruby Riott come in at number 9 and Victoria awesomely returning at number 10. Peyton Royce shows up at number 11 and has a short little Iconics reunion with Billie Kay in the middle of the ring before Ruby Riott gives her the death stare. And Billie Kay gets scared. Santana Garrett enters at number 12. Liv Morgan enters at 13, who eliminates Billie Kay with the help of Ruby Riott. Those backstabbers. Rhea Ripley joins at 14, and she looks so good on that 8K camera. God damn it, she looked like a rock star. Followed by Flair at 15. Oh, here we go. It's heating up. Dana Brooke at 16, and then Tori Wilson at 17, although I'm not convinced that's the real Tori Wilson because she looks way younger than she did 20 years ago. Pretty crazy spot where Rhea Ripley powerbombs Dana Brooke on the apron. That looked very painful, but man, it was awesome as well. Lacey Evans comes down at 18 with the robe to continue the whole Charlotte Flair thing with her dad, and it's very weird. I wish it didn't bleed over into the Rumble, but we did get it. And then the first mistake of the night, the production did not catch Bianca Belair eliminating Bayley, which is kind of a big deal, but they did show it on replay. Mickie James comes in at 19, Nikki Cross comes in at 20, Alicia Fox comes in at 21, and then pins R-Truth, who came out just before her, who was confused, thinking it was the men's Rumble, and she becomes the WWE 24/7 champion. Mandy Rose comes in at 22, and then just after, Alicia Fox gets eliminated, and R-Truth rolls her up to regain his WWE 24/7 championship. I think he's at like 50 title wins now. Dakota Kai at 23, Carmella at 24, Tamina at 25, the returning Lana at 26. We get Firefly Funhouse Alexa at 27, which had a little moment with Rhea Ripley as she was trying to transform into the Fiend Alexa, and then Rhea Ripley says, I ain't having that, and just throws her over the top rope. Ember Moon comes in at 28, followed by Nia Jax at 29, in which Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler join forces as they had just won the tag team championships earlier the night. They start wreaking havoc and getting some eliminations, clearing out the ring, which was actually pretty crowded. Eventually that imploded and they start going at it. And then Lana gets her revenge and low bridges the ropes and gets Nia Jax out of the ring, giving her the elimination. And then eventually, finally, Natty comes in at number 30 after about what seemed like 2 hours because they had to get in all the other stuff with Nia and Shayna. In the final 4, we had Natty, we had Bianca Belair, we had Charlotte, and we had Rhea Ripley. What a riveting final 4. Natty gets eliminated by Belair. Ripley and Belair join forces in order to take Charlotte out because she's super Charlotte, as we all know. And then the two are sitting on the apron and come to the agreement that, hey, let's take it easy. Let's get back in the ring and let's have our match. They have some crazy back and forth, gave me a whole bunch of anxiety because I didn't really know who was going to win, and it looked like at multiple times either one could win, but eventually it came down to the EST of WWE. She is your 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner, and she's going to WrestleMania. She also cuts a nice babyface promo at the end, which happened to happen at the same time I had something in my eye. Backstage, Miz and Morrison try to work a collaboration with Bad Bunny, in which he says, "Nah, I'm good," and then they talk crap about Booker T, who was standing like this behind him still. Next, we had the last man standing match between Kevin Owens, the challenger, and the champion Roman Reigns, in one of the funnest, most ridiculous last man standing matches I think I've ever seen. Seriously can't do this match any justice. You have to go watch it. The match included, it had golf carts, forklifts, handcuffs, tables, spears through LED boards, more tables. The ending was slightly botched, but it doesn't take away from the greatness that these two men performed and put their bodies through for our entertainment. Roman Reigns remains the Universal Champion, as he should. And in the main event, the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble take place, which had Edge entering at number 1 and Randy Orton at number 2. And Edge couldn't wait to get his hands on Randy Orton, attacking him on the ramp before he even got to the ring. This Royal Rumble was a lot less eventful than the Women's Royal Rumble going through, so I'm just going to name off a few names. Sami Zayn at 3, Ali at 4, Jeff Hardy at 5. Meanwhile, Randy Orton gets injured from Edge jacking up his knees and gets helped to the back, seemingly out of the Rumble. Or is he? Dolph comes in at 6, Nakamura at 7, and the first surprise for the Men's Royal Rumble, Carlito at number 8. Luckily, he didn't spit in anyone's face because it is a pandemic. Got the New Day back-to-back, Woods at 9, Big E at 10, followed by John Morrison at 11. Ricochet, who lost the qualifying match 2 weeks ago on Raw, somehow got in still at number 12. Elias at 13, followed by Damian Priest at 14, who looked like a goddamn star coming down in all white. Miz's turn at 15. He comes out pissed off still about the thing with Bad Bunny and destroys his DJ set that was still up on the stage. Bad Bunny comes out to confront Miz over the vandalism, which gets stopped by WWE officials. Damian Priest then eliminates Miz and Morrison, who are now on the outside, pissed off. And then Bad Bunny climbs to the top rope and does a top rope splash to the outside of the ring onto Miz and Morrison. God dang, that was pretty cool. Riddle comes in at 16, followed by Daniel Bryan at 17. And at one point, these two just started having a match that was pretty awesome. I'd love to see them have a program. Kane comes in at 18 and has a little Team Hell No reunion, but didn't last long because Kane just chokeslammed Daniel Bryan right after. Corbin comes in at 19, followed by Otis at 20, Dominic at 21. Lashley coming looking jacked and super intimidating at 22, followed by Hurricane Helms at 23, who tries to copy the 2001 Royal Rumble spot and go for the double chokeslam on Bobby Lashley and Big E. Doesn't work out well for him. He gets eliminated. And then probably the craziest surprise since Edge's return last year was his best friend, Christian. Oh my God. I had something in my eye then too. The two stare at each other like they hadn't seen each other in years, and then they embrace in the middle of the ring. And God damn it, why is there always something in my eye? AJ comes down to 25 with Omos, and they wreak havoc by having Omos literally eliminate two people who were in the ring just by reaching over and grabbing them. One of them being Big E. Goddamn, that was not cool at all. Rey Mysterio comes down at number 26. Sheamus comes in at 27, followed by Cesaro at 28, and they share a little bar reunion. 29 was also a returning Seth Rollins, still in his Messiah gimmick for some reason. And then the 30th man, of course, was Braun Strowman. But the big story here is the Final Four. It turned out to be Edge, Christian, Braun, and Seth in the Final Four. While Braun and Christian are fighting on the ropes, Seth runs up and eliminates both of them, followed by Edge eliminating Seth right after, making him the 2021 Royal Rumble champ. Oh wait, no, Randy Orton didn't officially get eliminated, so he comes up out of nowhere, RKO's Edge, goes to throw him over the top rope, but no, Edge does the whoop-de-whoop and turns it around, throwing Randy Orton out, becoming your 2021 Men's Royal Rumble winner. Oh my gosh, what year is it? In all seriousness, this was a really feel-good moment. Edge has been through a lot, especially since coming back to the WWE. Having seen him and Christian in the ring again together was pretty touching. Sucks that they didn't put over a younger guy or a newer guy, but it makes sense with Edge. I can't wait to see what they do with him because he was doing some good stuff last year when he returned in the Royal Rumble. And that was the minimalistic review for the 2021 Royal Rumble. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, leave a like, leave a sub. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.